Thank you. 動画撮ってるよ。綺麗。
ボールはあっちのブラジルの方かな。
Straight to Ireland on this snorkeling turtle thing. We're going to mainland on Saturday. Yeah.